But Nigerian Content Development Monitoring Board, they have this area for their staffs. They came in here 2016-17. So you cannot come now and tell us that you backdated minister's signature and you acquired the land of 60 hectares for one person. Our property here is just minute. But presently, the company that claimed to have been the one responsible for fencing this whole place without necessary information, we need to know more about the company. The roasted feed industry of FCDA gave them necessary approvals and necessary information. So where did the assistant director becomes the one signing? And the information about the director is that this information is given dated 2016. Cooking there, and I told them stop cooking in this place. They're cooking inside the building that they cannot even afford. And they even armed them with guns. This engineer Nicholas Obedo, the MDCO Zefcan Home and Estate. We are one of the developers that is handling the fish program, Federal Integrated Staff Housing Program for the Office of the Head of Service. And this was one of the allocation and one of the areas we are pushing for the project. And the groundbreaking ceremony was even done here when the former Minister of Works, Housing and Head of Service were all here to see how we can create an affordable home for civil servants. When the course of the project, there were some lapses. Off-the-cast guarantee were not offered. So we suspended the project at a particular time, but the subscribers who felt that they don't need to waste much time because they will be retiring soon, opted to bid on their own. And that is how we got to this stage. And we submitted all the documents and all necessary information to the Office of the Head of Service. They even came here for the groundbreaking and even assisted us in the road project and infrastructure. They awarded infrastructure and road to this place, courtesy of our own efforts. So for the past 10 years, we've been pushing to get the off-the-cards guarantee and investors. But so far, close to 60, 70 people have built, you can see. And they are also trying to live here on their own, contributing money to do one or two things. Why someone at the obstacle? Somehow last year, we had an information that some people who have like 2-3 developers came up together to have a meeting with some FCDA senior staffs to apportion this allocation to themselves. And they ended up having like 70 hectares, 30 hectares, 20 hectares to themselves. And came up with the intention that the former minister gave them, Bello. But I want to be sure if he's alive. Okay? So let's see where that thing ends. And for now, they came to demolish the buildings, demolish the infrastructure, and remove all the beacons on the site. And they're now claiming that it was being given to them by the office of the Honorable Minister, former Minister, the RFO. And that is not even the issue. They went ahead to claim that the Labriga, Urban and Regional Planning, Moses, and also URP staffs, senior manager of URP, Bishiru and the Co, and Usman and Co, are part of the team that helped them to acquire the land. And as they speak now, that they have come to stay, and they are bulldozing buildings, and they don't want to stop. We came here last week, they armed them with guns. You can see 5 of them there with guns. Some of them are here with guns. That's why we opted to come with the police. And this case will be a test of judiciary. We're talking about affordability. But the question is this: must civil servants pay houses for 50 million naira? They're not selling it to our own clients for 50 million naira. That is the question. And now they claim that the minister is alive. So we'll test the judiciary and find out if actually the former minister gave this land. Because the former minister never agreed to sign any document before he left. He decided to not to sign any document because he didn't want to be called back. So how did those 70 hectares, 30 hectares, about all the districts allocated? Did the LOAC sit, Land Allocation Committee? Because previously, before you sit and allocate land, the LOAC will sit. PAMSEC, Minister, Head of Service, they will sit together. It's not like this present administration that one person can allocate land. So of FCT, and also the judiciary should also intervene and look at the situation whereby this land, if whatever document or whatever they're claiming, must be scrutinized and verified. And if there's any abuse of office, there should be arrests and prosecution of those involved. The office is involved and forgery. Because I've seen now that the date that the minister left office, it does not coincide with the RFO. So the former minister will tell us if there is a LOAC sitting. Then the second thing is that the Labriga that they claim to sign the document, assistant director, even last month, is no longer in that department. So those documents will be tested. Industry, 2 developers, 2 individuals, Solomon and Co. But not even men. We have gone to CAC. We have gone to CAC to do a search on that company, and we have discovered a lot of discrepancies in that company. Even we have to ask for their tax clearance and other things needed. But so far, we'll get there. Forensic analysis of the RFO. But that is not even the issue. Why are you taking over civil servant land individually? And road has been awarded, infrastructure has been awarded for them. Why do you want them to go and stay in Gwagwalada Abaji? They cannot live in Apo. Now you're not giving it to selfish developers who are selling it for 50 million naira.